And this is what was happening. I was getting ready to join the OAAU, and I sent a card out to the OAAU. It's a brother right now who I know that produces documentaries. He's got that card. It's considered a document now with my name on it. I'm coming out to the joint. I'm coming to New York. I never in my life been to New York, because I come from Texas, California, Rapid City, South Dakota, military service, Amarillo Air Force Base. That's the only places I've ever been in my life, but that's where I was getting ready to go. And they murdered Malcolm X, and I had a one-man riot. I actually had a one-man riot. I was so distraught, I went out in my mother's front yard. I grabbed the bricks out of the yard, you know, they put the garden off the garden, ran to the corner, and every time I see some white folks in a big pretty car, you know what? I wouldn't even throw bricks at poor white folks in an old car. I throw bricks at white folks in a good brand new car. I threw these bricks. I went down the street, another brown got me some rocks and broke 2 or 3 windows of some white businesses. The black business I didn't touch. I mean, these other brothers in the RAM, Revolutionary Action Movement at that time who I've been associated with, was telling me out, and I said I was mad and pissed. I mean, really pissed. And some white boy, I walked down to the hamburger stand, "What's wrong with that guy there?" And I grabbed his hamburger, he had a big old quarter-pound burger, and I grabbed the guy's head. I mean, I was so mad, and squished his hamburger all in the boy's face. So they murdered Malcolm. As far as I was concerned, the COINTEL, at that time I didn't know about the word COINTELPRO, but it was the FBI somehow or another had tricked some of them unwitting brothers inside the Nation of Islam to move and kill and murder Brother Malcolm X. As far as I was concerned, and to this day it's been proven, the Freedom of Information document records now that you see, go check out South End Press publication about all the Freedom of Information documents, the recent publications on the files of COINTELPRO files concerning on Malcolm X. It was in fact motivated by infiltrators and provocateur agents that went into the nation. It was in fact done. White racists. Well, I hadn't seen Huey Newton after Malcolm X was murdered. I hadn't seen Huey Newton. I knew I had to do something. For a while, Huey was off in law school. He'd already graduated from Merit. I hadn't seen him for several months. And so I figured I was going to have to get somebody to help me start another organization. So they didn't kill Brother Malcolm X. OAAU. I got a hold of Huey where I had a copy of Frantz Fanon's Wretched of the Earth. And we was going through that book, and we was dealing with all the psychological factors and the profoundness of how Frantz Fanon was coming from. And I told you we had to start another organization. Huey was skeptical at first. Do you think we could really organize? But Huey knew about my skills. See, I was about 6 years older than you. I had a lot of skills, and I told him with my skills and our reading and our understanding, brother, I said, with your articulating philosophical method, I said, I know we can put this together. Took a little while. First, we created Black History at Merritt College and got that established. Then I created Soul Students Advisory Council, one of the first black student unions at Merritt College, and got that going. And one night, after we did this big anti-war rally at Merritt College with 1,300 brothers saying we weren't going to go fight in the war in Vietnam, so we weren't going to go over there and fight. The only thing I ever done at the rally was recite a poem called Uncle Sammy Called Me Full of Lucifer. The poem was written by a brother named Ronald Stone. I got the poem out of the Liberator magazine because I used to subscribe to about 28, 29 different periodicals. One of them was the Liberator magazine published right here in New York at the time. And we was up at the University of California, Berkeley, in the nightlife area late at night at 9, 10 o'clock in front of a sidewalk cafe, and Huey was trying to prove to our buddy Weasel that when I rap a poem, everybody relates to it. And so Huey said, Bobby, start saying this poem right now. I said, I'm going to bet you that some of these hippies and the blacks and the Chinese and the Asians, there's a whole lot of people that are going to stop and start listening to him, they're going to applaud. So Huey coaxed me to recite this poem. And the poem went like this, the one by Ronald Stone. Uncle Sammy called me full of Lucifer. These were the days when we were talking about not going to nobody's war in Vietnam, and Ronald Stone wrote this poem. Uncle Sammy called me full of Lucifer. Well, I don't give a good eagle eye like Fleagle triple whammy down for I feel this false stick will not serve. Uncle Sammy, don't shuck and jive me. I'm hip to popcorn jazz changes you blow. What? You know damn well what I mean. You school my naive heart to sing red, white, and blue stars and stripes songs and to pledge eternal allegiance to all things blue, true, blue-eyed, blonde hair, white chalk, white skin with USA tattooed all over. When my soul trusted Uncle Sammy, loved Uncle Sammy, and died in dreams as a kid playing war for Uncle Sammy. You jam your emasculate manhood symbol puffed with gonorrhea of corrupt, unrealty myths And to my ungreased nigger, ghetto, black ass, and my Jewish, Catholic, Hindu, Islamic, Sioux nigga, get what? Sure, free public health penicillin cured me. But Uncle Sammy, if you want to stay a freak show, strong man God, screw yourself. I will not serve. Now, that poem, when I got down off the chair and all these people was applauding me, some crew-cut, blonde-headed little white boy in a yellow t-shirt and some jeans ran up to me and grabbed my arm and told me I was under arrest for using profane language. And I said, fuck you. We at the University of California, Berkeley. Ain't you ever heard of free speech? I call him every kind of MF I can think of. And it was a crowd of 100 or so people talking about leave him alone, leave him alone. Then a uniformed cop came through the back and trying to holler I was under arrest. Huey told him Bobby has done nothing. He exercised free speech. I snatched away again and I had to come out of my jacket. And when I came out, this white boy charged me. You know, white boys love to wrestle, right? You know, so they charged me with their head, you know, and bust you in the stomach. Now, they don't want to get out here, you know what I mean? Because the rhythmatic form that we got, you know, what we do with rhythm, you know what I mean? You know what I'm having to lead you? You know what I'm having to do that counterclockwise stuff? That's pure. I mean, white boys get their ass whipped with pure, unadulterated, rhythmatic form of, see, this white boy just busted me in the stomach. Tackle me. 3, 4 other white boys, they must have been undercover too. All jumped on me. I thought I was getting lynched down there. But I had my head on the ground, my foot on top of my head. And I went inside of my pocket. I used to carry this scout knife, you know, with the can opening and everything in it. I had a real sharp blade and I always carried this thumbnail, you know, real long. So I could hit that groove and open it with one hand. Anyway, Weasel and some other brothers came in and kicked him off of me. I came up swinging my knife. Huey was over here. I saw him on the other side of a crowd. The uniformed police. Huey was holding the policeman's gun in his hand. People didn't know Huey did a little golden gloves in his early days, right? And Huey up here whooping this big 210-pound cop. Boom, and the yellow t-shirt came upon me again. I swung at him, cut him across his hand. And somehow or another, I got the other side of the crowd, and some other uniformed cops came to the other side of the crowd, arrested Huey. And I went to bail him out, and then they caught me a block away near my car and busted me, and we all went to jail. Assault and battery on my part, assault a police officer, 1 to 10 years in California state law at that time. And remember, we've been rolling a year and a half or so here, and I've been telling you we got to start a new organization. After we went through this process, you know, and getting some bail money, and the arguments I had with the RAM group who want to try to take over Seale Student Advisory Council, Merit College, all that stuff, we decided to resign.